Hi boys and girls, welcome back to Preschool. And the first song we're going to do today is called Rig-a-Jig-Jig.
As I was walking down the street, down the street, down the street, as I was walking down the street, hi-ho, 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 rig-a-jig-jig and away we go, away we go, away we go, rig-a-jig-jig and away we go, hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho.
As I was skipping down the street, down the street, down the street, as I was skipping down the street, hi-ho, 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 rig-a-jig-jig and away we go, away we go, away we go, rig-a-jig-jig and away we go, hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho.
As I was jumping down the street, down the street, down the street, as I was jumping down the street, hi-ho, 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 rig-a-jig-jig and away we go, away we go, away we go, rig-a-jig-jig and away we go, hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho.
As we were dancing down the street, down the street, down the street, as we were dancing down the street, hi-ho, 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 rig-a-jig-jig and away we go, away we go, away we go, rig-a-jig-jig and away we go, hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho.
As I was running down the street, down the street, down the street, as I was running down the street, hi-ho, 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 woo!
Rig-a-jig-jig and away we go, away we go, away we go, rig-a-jig-jig and away we go, hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. As we were walking down the street, down the street, down the street, as we were walking down the street, hi-ho, 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 rig-a-jig-jig and away we go, away we go, away we go, rig-a-jig-jig and away we go, hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. As I was sleeping in my bed, in my bed, in my bed, as I was sleeping in my bed, hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho.
Wake up!
Boys and girls, we're going to do a song about covering our sneezes, putting our sneeze in our elbows. So everyone get your elbow ready. Let's practice on both sides. Okay? And here we go. Shoo! Oh, I did it. Please, 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 cover your mouth when you call for a sneeze. It's the polite thing to do. I would do it for you. Let's practice
Try
again.
it. Hold up your hand.
Try your other elbow. Achoo! Please, 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 cover your mouth when you call for a sneeze. It's the polite thing to do. I would do it for you.
'Cause in your cough or sneeze are germs much too small to see. But when you cough or sneeze, those germs can give your cold to me. So
Please, 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 cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze. It's the polite thing to do. I would do it for you. Let's practice.
try it. Hold up your hand.
I feel a
Get ready.
sneeze coming on. Achoo! How about the other elbow? Achoo! Oh, boys and girls, hang on. I think I feel another sneeze coming on. I think... Shoo! I forgot to sneeze in my elbow. My sneeze went in my hands. All the germs from my sneeze are now in my hands. And if I rub my hands together, they're in both hands. And if I come over to you and say, "Give me 5," or shake my hand, those germs can get on you. I think I better go to the bathroom and wash those germs away. Boys and girls, I gotta get these germs off of my hands, and we're gonna do it a little differently. Let's try to the Baby Shark song. Ready? Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Grab some soap. Grab some soap. Grab some soap. Grab some soap. Rub your hands. Rub your hands. Rub your hands. Rub your hands. Rinse your hands. Rinse your hands. Rinse your hands. Rinse your hands. Dry your hands. Dry your hands. Dry your hands. We're all done. Girl. Boys and girls, our story today is called Caps for Sale. This is the man who is selling the caps in this town, and he has a lot of caps stacked on his head. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 caps on top of that man's head. I hope he sells some caps today. Let's see what happens. Caps for sale. Once, there was a peddler who sold caps. But he was not like an ordinary peddler carrying his wares on his back. He carried them on top of his head. First, he had on his own checked cap. Then a bunch of gray caps. Then a bunch of brown caps. Then a bunch of blue caps. And on the very top, a bunch of red caps. He walked up and down the streets, holding himself very straight so as not to upset his caps. As he went along, he called, "Caps! Caps for sale! 50 cents a cap!" One morning, he couldn't sell any caps. He walked up the street and he walked down the street calling, "Caps! Caps for sale! 50 cents a cap!" But nobody wanted any caps that morning. Nobody wanted even a red cap. He began to feel very hungry, but he had no money for lunch. "I think I'll go for a walk in the country," he said. And he walked out of town slowly, slowly as not to upset his caps. He walked for a long time until he came to a great big tree. "That's a nice place for a rest," he thought. And he sat down very slowly under the tree, and he leaned back little by little against the tree trunk, so as not to disturb the caps on his head. Then he put up his hand to feel if they were straight. First his own checked cap, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, then the blue caps, and then the red caps on the very top. They were all there, so he went to sleep. he slept for a long time. And when he woke up, he was refreshed and rested. But before standing up, he felt with his hand to make sure his caps were in the right place. And he felt, and all he felt was his own checked cap. He looked to the right of him, no caps. He looked to the left of him, no caps. He looked in back of him, no caps. He looked behind the tree, no caps. And then he looked up into the tree, and what do you think he saw? On every branch sat a monkey. On every monkey was a gray, or a brown, or a blue, or a red cap. The peddler looked at the monkeys. The monkeys looked at the peddler. He didn't know what to do, and finally he spoke to them. "You monkeys, you," he said, shaking a finger at them. "You give me back my caps." But the monkeys only shook their fingers back at him and said, "Tss, tss, 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 tss." This made the peddler angry, so he shook both hands at them and said, "You monkeys, you give me back my caps." But the monkeys only shook both their hands back at him and said, "Tss, tss, 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 tss." Now he felt quite angry, and he stamped his foot and he said, "You monkeys, you better give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stamped their feet and said, "Tss, tss, 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 tss." Well, by this time, the peddler was really very, very angry, and he stamped both his feet and shouted, "You monkeys, you must give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stamped both their feet back at him and said, "Tss, tss, 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 tss." At last, he became so angry that he pulled off his own cap. He threw it to the ground, and he began to walk away. But then, each monkey pulled off his cap and all the gray caps, all the brown caps, and all the blue caps, and all the red caps came flying down out of the tree. So the peddler picked up his caps and put them back on his head. First, his own checked cap, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, then the blue caps, and then the red caps on the very top. And slowly, slowly he walked back to town calling, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." The end. Boys and girls, let's do a really fun song called "Playing in the Kitchen." So you can go to your kitchen, you can put this on pause, go to your kitchen and get some really cool things to make into musical instruments. I brought my oatmeal container and my big stirring spoon here, and I'm going to use that for the song.
Oh, we're playing in the kitchen.
Playing in the kitchen.
Oh, we're playing in the kitchen.
Playing in the kitchen.
Boys and girls, let's do a walking beat. Now let's try a jumping beat. Walking beat. I think we're going to have a running beat. You can use any beat you want.
Kitchen.
Playing in the kitchen.
Oh, we're playing in the kitchen.
Playing in the kitchen.
Boys and girls, the last song today is called The Earth is Our Mother. It is everyone's, hopefully everyone's favorite song to end with.
The earth is our mother. We must take care of her. The earth is our mother. We must take care of her. Hey, Anna ho, Anna, hey, Anna ho. Hey, Anna ho, Anna, hey, Anna ho.
The sky is our father. We must take care of him. The sky is our father. We must take care of him. Hey, Anna ho, Anna, hey, Anna ho. Hey, Anna ho, Anna, hey, Anna ho.
The rivers are our sisters. We must take care of them. The rivers are our sisters. We must take care of them. Hey, Anna ho, Anna, hey, Anna ho. Hey, Anna ho, Anna, hey, Anna ho.
The trees are our brothers. We must take care of them. The trees are our brothers. We must take care of them.
Hey, Anna ho, Anna, hey, Anna ho. Hey, Anna ho, Anna, hey, Anna ho.
hey yana ho. Hey yana ho, yana, 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 hey yana ho. That's all for now, boys and girls. See you soon.